Hey everybody, and happy Monday. Welcome back to distance learning, and hope you are feeling ready for an awesome week 2. You guys did such an awesome job week 1, and it was so much fun connecting with you in different ways and getting back in touch and seeing all your good work, and I'm really excited for our next week together. I wanted to make a video today to go over your plan, partly because there is one task that we haven't ever done yet, and I want to show you how to do it. So thanks for finding this video and getting to know what's up. Here's our plan for today. You have 3 tasks and 1 optional challenge. The first, as always, is to answer our question of the day. The second is to complete the Google Classroom assignment called Root Word Slides, which you will find in your to-do list and in your classroom stream. I took a lot of feedback last week. It was so helpful to see the feedback that you guys gave me on your surveys, and I'm trying to work through the questions that you asked and also take into consideration the feedback that you gave me. And one thing that I saw was that a number of students mentioned that they don't feel super comfortable on Flipgrid. So I decided to take the root word assignment off Flipgrid, but keep the speaking practice assignment on Flipgrid as kind of a compromise. So instead of making a Flipgrid video about a weekly root, you're going to be doing a Google Classroom Slides activity. And that's what I'm going to go over with you right now. When you get to that Google Classroom assignment, you are going to find a slideshow that looks like this. You'll have your own copy of it. The first instruction, and the most important one really, is for you to share this slideshow with me, because you are going to be adding to this slideshow every week as you add new root words, and I will be grading you based on just checking in on your slideshow and seeing if you are updating it every week. So that means that the first thing you're going to do when you get to this screen is go up to the share button, type in my name, Sally Larkins, or you can type in my address. It will pop right up, select it, and then click send. And then it'll be sent off to me, and I will have a copy of it so that I can check in on you and see how your progress is going. You are going to make a slide that is very similar to what we would put in our notebooks every Monday when we did a root word. It's just online now, and I'm adding 2 elements that weren't there in the notebook. So you can see here that the template is, you're going to put the root, the meaning of the root, 4 words that contain this root, and an explanation in your own words of how one of these words connects to the meaning of the root. Then you'll choose an image from online that you think illustrates the meaning of the root word, and you will put a description of the image that you chose here, explaining how it illustrates the root word concept. Here is an example of what a finished slide should look like. So I went back to one of our older roots, the root micro, and I put the root here. I Googled it, reminded myself that the meaning of the root micro is small or tiny. Then I found online 4 words that have micro in it: microscope, microphone, microorganism, micromanage. And then I chose one of those words and I explained in my own words how that word connected to the root. So I took microscope and I explained down here how a microscope is connected to the meaning small or tiny. And I said a microscope is an instrument used to see things so tiny, that's our root, that they are invisible to the naked eye. The image I chose was of some plant cells, which are something that scientists often look at under a microscope because they're hard to see with our naked eye. And my caption is, plant cells are very small, again, there's that root meaning, and can only be seen under a microscope. There's my word. So that will be a complete slide. I'm going to show you how I would do one more slide just to kind of show you some of my internet search options. This is not your root for today. This is just another example. So let's say I gave you the root MOB, M-O-B, which also sometimes weirdly is M-O-T. I would first need to know what that root means. So I would Google root word MOB. And it says right here that this root comes from Latin, where the word has the meaning move. Okay, so then I would go back to my slide. The meaning of the root MOB means move. Now I need to find 4 words that contain that root. So I would switch my Google search a little bit to be words containing the root mob. And look at this. I have mobility, mobilize, immobile. Okay, looks good. I like it. I'm going to see if there are any other good things. And then I did see that it also says mote, and that also means move. Sometimes they kind of go back and forth. But I liked my mob list up here, so I'm going to do mobility, mobilize. I need two more. Immobile. And automobile down here. Then I need to choose a word from this list and explain how it connects to the meaning move. And I know automobile, right? I know what automobile is. It's a car. And I also know that auto means self. So I can now put that together and think about a car being something that moves by itself. So I knew that the auto part meant self. I didn't know what the mob part meant, and now I get that. So I'm going to write an automobile is a machine that, and I might underline it, moves by itself. And I've really highlighted that moves part because that's the meaning. Then I need to choose a image that maybe shows movement. So I Googled movement. I'm going to go on to Google image search, and I like maybe this is kind of cool. It kind of shows movement. I'm going to copy it, paste it over this box, get the right size, boom, 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 and then a description of my chosen image. This image shows a human body in motion. Or maybe I'll say this image shows a human body moving, since that's my word. And then I'm done. I have the root, the meaning of the root, 4 words that are connected to the root, an explanation of one of the words, and an image and caption. You're done. You can click turn in, but again, as long as you've clicked share, that's where I'm going to look for this first slide to be complete. You'll notice that your next slide for next week is already ready to go. So next week you'll get a new root and you'll do the exact same thing. Then you are going to use these notes you've taken to do the final required step of today. You're going to go to our Google Classroom. Task 3 is to take this today. It's very short root word quiz. It has 3 questions because I'm only quizzing you on our new roots that we're going to learn during distance learning. I know some of you maybe don't even have your ELA notebooks. You might have left them at school. So I'm not going to quiz you on any of the old roots that we learned previously this year. I'm just going to quiz you on the new roots that we're learning starting today. Drum roll, please, if you are curious or don't know yet or haven't read that far in our instructions for today, your root for today is the word port, P-O-R-T. So your job now is to go to your slideshow and create a slide like this for the root port. Email me with any questions. When you've done those steps, again, question of the day, root word slides assignment, and this short quiz, you are technically done. But I have one other optional task if you feel like doing it. It is my wonderful, wonderful older sister Zoe's birthday today, and she lives in Colorado, and she obviously, because of social distancing, is not going to get the chance to celebrate with any family or friends today. So she is an awesome person. I love her a lot, and I want to make her birthday extra special. If you or a loved one has had a birthday during this quarantine, you know that it's a kind of a weird time to celebrate a birthday. So what I'm asking is for anybody who's interested for you to record a fun, silly, joyful Flipgrid video wishing her a happy birthday. So you can go to the Flipgrid right here. It's linked here. It's called Zoe Birthday. You'll still need to log in with Google. And it will take you here. There's a little picture of her and a description, including some fun facts about her that you could maybe incorporate into your video. And you can upload video message for her there. If I get 33 birthday messages for Zoe by today, that will be one more wild card point that will get us closer to a wild card day where we will do a fun activity instead of a lesson. We've already earned one from the challenge on Friday. So that's optional, but I think it'd be really fun. And I will also be sending a prize to the person who creates the most original, exciting Happy Birthday Zoe video. This has been a super long explanation. I hope it's been helpful. Again, email me with questions, and I look forward to seeing you guys back on Google Classroom tomorrow.